Yeah. What's your little brother's name? Weston. Huge shout out, Weston Holmes. Your brother told me you're a big fan. Thank you for watching all of my videos. What you got going on over here? Homemade sweet tea. Oh, boy, you guys know we love our sweet tea down here in the South. Every time I come here, the first thing I do is grab me a glass of sweet tea. Check out that little table. I noticed later that if you come here and kill an alligator, they can get it mounted for you in so many different cool ways. Just like that, or like this one right over here. Young man, what did you kill today? Anything? A boar. Awesome, yeah. Did he kill one bigger than you, Dad? I was bigger. Oh, yeah. You hit yours right in the head? Give me nuts. Chef, what we got going here?
Green cheese, cheesy grits. There's a little bit of white wine and shallow sauce right there.
If you teach me how to cook, I'll teach you how to talk loud.
There you go, I like that.
Oh, I'm looking wild.
Yeah. Some pickled corn right there.
Pickled corn? I take it you're a pickle connoisseur.
Pickles. Fresh meat.
Amazing.
Yeah, walk it.
I'm good. Some kind of good. I'm telling you, Mason's over there looking like Mason's like, yo, I'm royalty around here. Where's my plate of food? You get the red fish. I'll let you eat. I'll eat the red fish. All right. How's that? Sweet pepper pickle, whatever you say. What's the red stuff? Yeah. What did you say the red stuff was? Pepper jelly. Sweet pepper jelly. It's not native. That's good. All right, y'all, that's it. Fish Intimidator Lodge, Lightson's Family Ranch, Chef Mike. How about we go fishing one day, bring the fish back here, like we caught, and you cook it.
So big.
Big. Everybody wants to put the pressure on me. He could have said, like, let's go catch some small beeliners, but he said, let's do something big. How about a shark, a big bull shark? A whole bull shark? You guys, my first shark catch, clean, and cook might be coming up very soon. Huge shout out to each and every one of you for following everything I do. I know I've been a little bit slow lately. It's the end of the year. We've been going hard all year, but we're fixing the ramp right back up. I'll have this one after another before you know it. This was my first cast blast in a while. And fish, quite. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Right now, like Jake always says, it's time to get up out of here. Get the heck out of shape.
At Grainger, we have over 1 million products, including the ones that help keep your workplace safe and sound. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at Grainger.com. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes free in the app that you did file with us last year. Just that.
What's up, everybody? Blue Game. Welcome to Hub Sound, Florida. Right next to my hometown of Jupiter and Stuart, Florida. And we are about to recreate a video that pretty much got me to where I'm at right now. If you follow along and you've been here since the beginning, you know my sand flea video was one of my biggest videos I ever did. And to this day, it's still growing like crazy. It's absolutely unbelievable because that video was just me on the beach. I caught a handful of sand flea. I took them home and cooked them. It was nothing special, but boy, did that video go viral. I think it's at like 17. I don't know how to check. Yeah, that's how many views it's at. To now know 5 years later how hard it is to get videos like that, to do that, to get that many views, is mind-blowing. Back then, when it did it, I'm like, oh, this is easy. I'm like 4 or 5 months into doing YouTube, and I'm already getting viral videos. I had a drawing video going wild. I didn't have a sand flea video going wild. I'm like, this is easy. Heck, boy, was I wrong. We've got Little Liz. We've got Blue Nate. We got Crystal Beachy. She's got a sand flea catcher. We got a bucket of sand fleas that we've already caught, and I'm about to show you how to catch some more. Then I'm going to show you guys how my old butt can do that skimboard right there. But before we do that, we got to talk about the hurricanes. Thank God, though, if you don't know what Florida just dealt with, we had Hurricane Helene about 2.5 weeks ago, and then this past week we had Hurricane Milton. They both came up the west coast of Florida, cut across Florida, and just left utter devastation. Well, we're on the East Coast. Those storms went on the West Coast, and they came across. So by the time they got to us, they weren't really bad. But the kids were with their mom in Port Salerno, Florida. We were in Georgia when Milton came ashore. In a tornado, a whole bunch of tornadoes in Florida, especially South Florida. A tornado came right by the condo. I'm going to zoom in right now. That white Chevrolet, right above that's their condo. And then you look to the right, you can see just everything torn down. And then right around the corner is a house that was leveled. It had a 105-year-old lady who was able to get herself in the bathtub, and the house got completely demolished. And that tornado went about 70 yards from the kids in their condo. So thank God my boys are all right. I feel horrible for everybody who lost everything. And the thing with hurricanes is everybody wants to help at the beginning. Show up food and water, and that's great. But these people that lost everything, they're going to need help for years. So if you have anything you can donate, find some of these companies that are doing a lot of the work. Maybe donate $5, $10, $20. It will go so far because a lot of people tend to forget about the people that lost everything after just like a month. Their house is still blown down. It didn't get fixed in a day. So I'm not saying you are that person, but a lot of people do. And sometimes I catch myself doing it too. If you can donate because there's a lot of people in bad need. Did you catch your first Sam plate?
Yeah, those have some good size too.
You know you got to eat them, right? Yes, you are. You're going to eat them. All right. I need you to film so I can show them the two different ways that I like to catch them.
You can see them good if they're thin.
Hey, what? So number one is the way a lot of people do it is a rake like this. You scoop them up, the water takes the sand out, then you got the sand flakes. Number two is how we do it on hand. I'm going to take my keys out. We got to pick up a lot of trash too, folks. That's what I was going to tell you. The whole beach is littered with trash that came wrapped around Florida and is now getting washed up on our beach. And I don't know where it came from, but a lot of it is this foam material. For the whole entire coast of Florida, and I'm sure all the way up to North Carolina, is this foam. Something got devastated that was made out of foam. Everywhere, as far as your eyes can see.
One is finally starting to pop out. And I'm telling you, we need it. This time of year when it's hunting season, Gabe and I get super, super pale. And it feels weird. Looking for that, like being pale. Oh, I took it! I took it! Look at all that sand in your britches. Oh my God! That was wrong with you when it came up. I want to see y'all skimboard. That kid disappeared. Wait, you good, Brad? Yeah.
Video that went viral years ago. A lot of people did sand flea videos. These things are good to eat. They're good for bait. Everybody in South Florida uses this. And it's funny because if you look back at that viral video, everybody like around the world like, they're not sand fleas, they're this and they're that and they're this. And everybody has their own name for them. But if you're in South Florida and you Google sand fleas, every bait shop here is going to pop up. Yep, we got sand fleas because that's what we call them in Florida, sand fleas. Now, if you look really closely, I'll zoom in with my cell phone and show you what they look like. They're those little things that look like a Y. And they come up and they hit the water as these waves go out. That's how
Just waiting, see what happens. I'm new to all this crap. A little pissed off this morning. Went to get my hunting license, fishing license, and all that stuff, and found out there was a huge price increase. Freaking out there trying to rape hunters and fishermen and outdoorsmen, making it to where we can't afford to hunt. It's cheaper to buy meat. Ridiculous. Contact ODFW and their excuse is, well, we haven't had a price change in years. It's hideous. Been hunting this state my entire life, and I've never heard anything good about hunting Oregon. You have to have, presumably, you need to have an attorney read the synopsis for you, because even the people at ODFW can't tell you. It's ridiculous. Pisses me off. I don't know who else is on the same page about this, but I mean, there's got to be a way that we can get them to quit with the millions and millions and millions of dollars of waste on these new facilities that do nothing. Like the one out in Molalla. You know, they don't need new buildings all over the place. They definitely don't need buildings with, you know, extravagant log structures and this, that, and the other. They're not selling us. What they're doing is they're wasting our money on, you know, stuff that we can't even go use. And so somebody just walked in one day and said, oh, by the way, we're going to alienate you from your God-given rights of hunting, fishing, gathering, and they've removed the option of being hunter-gatherers without having an income in order to pay for the right to hunt land that, you know, they sell off like it's theirs. It's ridiculous. Don't even get me started on the regulations and the rules and the this and the that. You know, I've talked to, over the last 20 years, probably 15 state troopers. None of them agree with what's going on. None. We don't agree with predator control. We don't agree with pricing. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just as bad as any other government entity. We're just going to see how much we can steal from John Q. Public without them getting pissed off enough to fire us. I'd really like to figure out who it is that cuts their checks. And what kind of accountability is there? I mean, what are they supposed to be doing here in the state? Throwing a couple of logs in a stream for fish habitat? It's idiotic. They're making it to where families that have done this for you know, generations, they're making it to where we can't afford to do it. You know, they yank the dogs out from underneath us, so we all have to figure out how to, you know, where do these dogs go now that they don't have a job? They weren't bred to be pets, but yet they can just tell us it's okay in Montana, perfectly fine. So the Montana bears can handle it. Like, they don't chase each other around. Like, they don't predate. They don't eat each other. They don't do any of that stuff, right? It's going to take some more L tiers. Them feeling pain of losing somebody by them getting eaten by a bear or a cougar. I'm telling you what, you walk up on a bear while you're out elk hunting or deer hunting, you better have that bear tag. See, you can buy your sport pack for $75 more or whatever it is. And get out of there, boy. Go. And you can get your hunting and fishing license, paying somebody for a right that you were given by being born.
I want to eat this. Daddy, I want to eat this.
Son, you don't interrupt me during. Go. Thank you. Never had a good interaction with ODFW. As a kid, I got a ticket one time. I taped my tag inside of my bull's ear, excited, Hell's Canyon. Shot a nice bull running 175 yards, hit him in the back of the head with witnesses, not a fish story. Beautiful shot. No wasted meat, no nothing. Gonna take him home. Everything's fine. Shoot the bull, pack out to the truck, go back to get more. A state trooper, game warden, whoever it was in Hell's Canyon, come up. My tag was no longer in the ear of the elk. We did find the tag. It was on my trail. Slipped out, fell. Honest mistake. Still wrote me a ticket, even though they agreed it was an honest mistake. And the gentleman told us that they weren't writing enough citations. So if you think that all they do is go out there and patrol, which they don't. Anytime you ask any of the state troopers, they tell you they're way, way, way overwhelmed by the amount of area that they have to cover and the amount of people that they have to watch. It's ridiculous. I wish I was high enough profile that I could actually get out there and start eliciting some change, because this is stupid. I mean, what we put up with, with impeding doom from the south, and we have an abundance of game, and there shouldn't be any more strict rules on the abundance of game that we have here than what we experience back east, what we experience in the middle of the country up north. I mean, we don't need, ODFW doesn't need 50 operators. They don't need brand new facilities. They don't need to drive a brand new freaking truck every year. They don't need, to learn anything. Go out in nature, take a walk, see what works. It's simple. And you find the people that are dumping crap in our rivers. I mean, for Christ's sake, what did they just dump? Like 1 billion freaking gallons of waste from the Willamette that trickles out in the Willamette Valley. They haven't done anything about that. Nothing. I mean, the regulations on the coast. Now, if you're fishing off of a jetty, you have to have an ocean license, which they never had before. But they're claiming that the only reason that they did this was because there's not been an increase. I don't know about the rest of you or how many people this will reach or whatever, but if I get 10, I get 10. If I reach one person, I get one, like mine's. It's ridiculous. It wasn't the point of this, but I went on this morning to try and apply for some tags. And I'm not certain that I'm going to. This might be it for me. Might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm damn tired of overpaying for everything just because of the state that I live in. might be time to move. If any of you guys have any experience with any other states on the hunting, fishing regulations that are as rich in game as Oregon is, like excluding Washington and California, because no way. Give me a yell. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you think. I've had it. I'm tired of the lack of opportunity for hunts. I'm tired of the greed in the system. Bighorn sheep's a once in a lifetime, but if you're, associated with somebody like OHA or somebody like that, and it's fixed. I've met several of those guys, and they've got crap all over their walls that they're not old enough to have harvested. I just had enough. Really, really, Peter Griffin's me. Grinds my gears. Sorry, I keep trying to get my hat straight, but it's never straight in the webcam. Old HP laptop. Haven't figured out how to do this off of a GoPro yet. Might have to do like a Facebook Live and then share it to YouTube. I'm not technologically advanced. A pretty good friend of mine said I was smart dumb. There's no BSing. It's just all the way it is. Raising kids, living a life. Thought I had it figured out. Got fired for requesting to be paid for overtime so that I was, compensated for the amount of money the amount of time that I was away from my family. Turns out that's enough to get you fired in Oregon. Anyways, I guess, if you feel like helping, if you've made it this far, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. And if monetarily we can afford to do so, we will. We're working on bigger, better things in the future. This is a scary leap to take. And, I'm still on the search. Hopefully YouTube decides to monetize me. It's been months. Got over 5,000 subscribers now. Thank you guys. We appreciate all of you, except for Master Drifter. That's all I got for now. We'll talk later.